Hello, my name is Miguel. His name is Matt. Welcome to Movie Reviews, where it's self-explanatory. We're going to talk about a movie. Today's movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Matt.
Rapid fire bullshit. How you doing, buddy?
Well, basically, our goal here is we
together.
did. We just recorded a podcast. That's why we're wearing the same clothes. We were just hanging out with Brendan. Basically, we threw around the idea, do we want to just do double snack times? Do we want to upload a bunch of stuff? Or can we just do dedicated movie reviews for the summer? Yeah, we can.
We fucking
it's
can.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want. So
drop my balls on the desk.
That's okay. So you should probably just leave those.
So today
on your body.
we're reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes,
just came out this past
Matt
weekend.
saw it yesterday. I saw it the day before. Right off the cuff, right off the bat, right at the start. I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10.
Amen to that.
This was great. I said it on the podcast on the main episode that this is the best MCU since probably Spider-Man. It's not the best from Phase 4 or 5 or post Endgame, but it is up there. I think.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's definitely bias. I mean, Miguel could tell you I love the Guardians movies, so take that from which you will. But I love these movies. I like James Gunn's direction style. I love the way this is shot, especially this movie, which we'll get into. And I love the story, man. It's all a good time. So give me your likes, give me your dislikes, if there was any. For me, it's very far and few in between.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
What'd you think?
Well, let's go a couple categories, right? I'll just name off a bit. I think characterization. I heard somebody talk about how Gamora. You usually do the will they won't they when it comes to a love interest character shit. And the cliche would be, it's a different Gamora, but she sees it in him again and they fall in love again. And I like that they didn't do that. They went another direction in genuinely treating this character like she's someone different. It's not like, just to tie it back to Fast and Furious, it's not like Letty has amnesia. She basically is a new person. And you just go, nah, look, now she's the same. She loves Dom. It's all the same shit, Who really cares? I like that they didn't do that. This is Rocket's movie. I love that it's all about Rocket. It's all about him and how basically he was created and manipulated in the high evolutionary. I love that Rocket had friends, and the friends actually had some heart and character to them. They weren't just like cannon fodder to be killed.
That shit was so sad.
It was. I really liked.
I don't think we have to
what?
Claim this, but spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
just
dude.
saying,
there's always gonna be spoilers.
Kind of get that out of the way. But yeah. So
I like Groot.
I do agree, though.
I like Groot a lot in this fucking movie. I hate that he spoke. I hate every bit about that.
I love you guys.
I love you. You're just fucking Dominic Toretto.
All I heard was Vin Diesel in that moment.
Exactly.
Dude.
I like Drax's characterization, and I really like that, Dave Bautista has come out. He's like, this is my last MCU movie. I'm tired of this shit, whatever. He's talking a lot of shit. He wants Drax to die. I like that they didn't do that. I really like the way that his character was, and they actually gave him some more depth throughout the movie. Lastly, in terms of characters, the High Evolutionary as a villain, I was telling Timmy, he's definitely not top 10 tier, but I like that he was a villain that just did a lot of screaming, but it made sense to his character. He's a crazy person. Yeah. He's not just a dude that starts screaming and he's like, I'm going to kill everybody. He's like, I'm a crazy person, and now I'm just unhinged because I want this raccoon.
Well, I would say that he was definitely more of like a focal point than he was a main part to the situation, because at the end of the day, it's like what you said, it's more about Rocket, and I think it's obviously more about where the Guardians are as a group.
Agreed.
And I think that's what the movie was more based upon, and a lot of them, and it made sense leading up to the ending, because when they broke up, it's like all of them are realizing they are fucked up individuals
and they need to work on themselves.
So I do agree. I think most of the characterization for most people is great. I mean, Nebula is Nebula.
Yeah.
We'll get into maybe some storyline and some dialogue in a minute, but I just like how Quinn said the first F-bomb in the MCU.
Dude, and it was placed so perfectly. Open the fucking door.
Open the fucking door.
And he didn't say open your door.
It was so great. Open your door. But I do agree. I think Quinn was kind of being a munch the first half, but then he redeemed himself for me, because at first I was like, this isn't really the Quinn I know. But then you had to think about his character development. He just lost someone, the closest person he's been to since he left Earth. So of course he's kind of made out in the first half to be like a fucking Momo.
Yeah.
But then as time progresses, you see Quinn's maturity as it expands.
Why do you keep calling him Quinn? His name is Peter Quill.
Shit, I always fucked up with Quinn and Quill. My bad, guy. Anyway, I don't know, but wow, that's embarrassing. That's
okay.
gonna be the
That's
sound
okay.
right there. But anyway,
so characters,
tired,
you loved
man.
them. You were there late last night,
they were
dude.
all great. I was.
You saw the movie
like 2:00 in the morning.
You saw the movie. You went to sleep. You woke up, and I was like, Matt, it's time to record. Time to do everything. And now it's like 3 hours later.
I'm like, shit. But anyway, yeah, we can all agree that the characters and their development were
very, very good.
nice.
Especially, I really liked where they ended up. I like at the end. It wasn't just like, oh, let's kill everybody because James Gunn's done with the MCU. Bang, 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 bang. It was like, you know, we're gonna split up, and the Guardians are gonna be a new team because everybody's doing something. And that was great.
It's cool.
That's a nice,
very cool
ending. It's a nice sending end. It's a nice send off that has heart and has meaning. It's not just like, oh, we're gonna do this to do this.
Yeah, no, it had a purpose, and everything that was done just led up to it. And of course, they had their emotional bouts with it, which we can kind of get into the story now off that point.
Yeah.
Again, it was mostly a Rocket story. You know, it talks about his origins and everything, and how it bounces back and forth between his past and essentially how the Guardians need to use that information to save him, essentially. So you kind of see like this dual storyline, like meeting in the middle, obviously, and near the end where he wants to save all the animals and stuff like that. Obviously, they save the kids from the High Evolutionists.
Yes.
And I think I don't really think I had any major complaints with the story either, because I think it was kind of a simple catalyst.
Yeah.
I think the concept was a bit weird because I think it was definitely one of the weirder villains that the MCU's had.
Yeah.
Because also I wanted to mention this too. I love how James Gunn is very self-aware of what the MCU stands for at this point.
Yeah.
Because I remember when he's at the top of the tower with Quill and Groot, and he was like, "Oh, don't give me that bullshit about another fucking supervillain that just upset at himself and mommy never loved him."
Exactly.
So now
He's very self-aware. He's like,
I was like,
I want to build a better universe, man. You're like, fuck you. Okay. Dude, I gotta say, I loved Groot in this so much because he wasn't a focal point, first of all, but he also wasn't cannon fodder. He was just creative. You know, first of all, they gave him a new look because now he's like bodybuilder Groot, so that's awesome. They did the weird spider thing with his head. Where
it's gonna be a pop. It's gonna be a pop.
It is,
enough.
but it was also just like, let's have Groot do other things instead of him just being a tree person.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're like,
it was great.
They're like, let's scare the people. Kaiju Groot, and he just grows and splits, and he's like, look at me, and you're like, hold on, you gotta stop, so calm down.
Yeah,
he has like 20 different arms, and inside his body, he's holding these guns. It's creative. It's a creative building block. They could have just gone, oh look, now he's an adult. He's like the original Groot. He looks like he did before. He sounds like Vin Diesel.
Well, I wanted to go off that point too because you know what? I think what James did really well with this movie, right? Remember when, like, they were saying, like, it's a trap. And no, it's a face-off.
Yeah.
Like, there's, I feel like throughout this whole movie, there's a lot of, like, absence of expectation going on. Because, yeah, obviously, the beauty of it is that most people would argue, well, there's no explanation as to why they did that. And then it's just kind of like, well, you don't really have to.
Yeah, some of it, that's the point.
That's kind of the whole point to switch it. Like, remember when in the beginning when they're in that like flesh based thing to get the information for Rocket, and he's convincing that girl and whatnot, and then of course like you're thinking like, oh, it's like a wholesome moment. And he's like, dumb bitch, I just want to get in the mainframe.
Told you she liked me.
It was so good, dude.
Dude, you know what was really
good?
You know
what?
Cosmo.
Yeah, what?
I loved Cosmo the dog.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Fucking Cosmo.
He was like, say that I'm a good dog. He's like, no, you're a bad dog.
Why'd you say I'm a bad dog?
Why would you do that to me?
Live it up no more.
You're like, that's exactly how a dog would sound if a dog could speak. So that works out perfectly.
I saw that fucking duck too. I forget the name.
Oh, Howard the Duck.
Remember the duck?
Yeah, he was in there.
Howard the Duck. That was nice to see. Yeah, man. I think the story for what it was at the end of the day, it was such a nice redemption arc for everybody. I think we can all agree about that. And it just works so well. It wasn't like what you said. It wasn't like trying to be like this whole like, oh, like honky dory. Like there was so much it was a lot of attention behind it. So it's a great time. Cinematography, I think, wise.
Dude, the cinematography was great.
It was weird in this movie, but it was great.
There were
there was a couple cool sequences going on here.
Oh, dude, you know what I love is that he was doing Like especially the one of the last fight scenes where they're in that corridor and they're fighting all the weird hybrid animals.
Yes, I was literally just gonna say
it's a fake one shot. Obviously, it's very CG stitched together, but it's awesome, dude. It's a perfect one shot. You got no cuts, you got no nothing.
Everyone kind of had their own little moment, you know. Everyone showcased themselves pretty nicely. Beastie Boy, the soundtrack. We'll get a soundtrack is kind of part of this too, anyway. But just the soundtrack was great because it enhanced so much of like everything, the action scenes that was going on, dude. Fucking Beastie Boys was a great choice for that.
Sleep to Brooklyn.
To Brooklyn. You know, it's like, oh man. I will say, again, it kind of sucks, but I kind of maybe I sound like piss poor for saying that I wanted a bigger fight with the High Evolutionists.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, you know, he destroyed his whole crew.
Homie exploded.
When it came to Rocket, literally Rocket I don't even know what Rocket did. Because he was pinned up against on the roof when the evolutionist got him when he was trying to escape all those animals. And then, what? I don't even know what he hit to... Did you know what he had? I don't even know. It's like an anti-gravity thing or something.
What?
But when he's fighting the High Evolutionist, when he's trying to get all the raccoons out and all that shit with Rocket, at the end.
You don't know what to say.
Yeah, je ne sais either, because I don't know how the fuck...
no
okay, well,
you know what?
The point being, it was kind of a weirdly illogical part of it, but at the end of the day, I'm sure maybe some rocket magic science shit.
He took his face off.
Which was fucking hardcore.
Was a lot.
Can I say, too, like, this is like the most gory, non-gory MCU.
Yeah.
Like, don't even include Deadpool into it. Like, if we're talking mainline MCU, like, it was, like, gory, but not gory. It was crazy.
It was weird. So, like, all those hybrid animal-looking things, it was...
Oh, that was fucking weird too.
Yeah, that was kind of gross.
I don't know. It was, but I kind of liked it.
It's like, I don't know.
It was different, man. Way. Well, because it's like because that's what makes this universe so awesome too. It's like there's just so much
shit,
for color and different characters and different ideas. It's a hodgepodge of ideas.
Oh, like the Among Us scene,
you know, like the imposter.
Oh, that shit was good.
Bro, when Lila died. Damn, that was crazy.
Yeah, that hurt. He just came in shooting people. And he was like, my friends. My friends are dead.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Push me to the edge.
Let's get back on track real quick. With the cinematography, yeah, I think, again, like, James really, I kind of like the whole mix of, like, cooler purples and, like, yellow hues vibes going on with this whole movie. I've always liked that about all the movies. Like, it almost, like, rings to Quill's 80 aesthetic and everything, you know, and it kind of brings that all together. Yeah, it's just well shot, man. Even like some of the camera angles are weird but cool.
Yeah,
like, I think I told you right in the main episode, like there's like some weird sequences where they're using like a macro lens, and for some reason it kind of like makes it feel comic booky in a way.
Yeah,
because you kind of see like that, like, you know, that expanded view. So I don't know, it was pretty cool.
One of the things I really liked is the way that it jumped between a regular shot and IMAX. Of sometimes you would just see the view extend.
Yeah, I could see that. The last thing I probably want to go over is maybe some performances here. I think everyone also performed very well.
Yes. In terms of
played into
the
it,
acting,
you know. And can't knock it one
Zoe
bit.
Saldana was great. Gamora,
she was fantastic.
top tier.
She's bad as fuck.
And I think on the whole, because we want to keep these short, so I'll say my last thought is it gets a 9. It excites me for what James Gunn is going to do with the DC universe. It excites me for where the MCU could go from here, because it means, track record wise at least, we have a pretty good uptick. Ant-Man was pretty good. Doctor Strange was good. Thor was aight. Yeah. The Marvels looks good. I think, I don't want to say we're about to turn things around, but, you know, I'm pretty sure I said if Guardians was bad, my hope for the MCU is pretty lost. And, dude, a 9 out of 10. My expectations have been subverted entirely.
This is easily like probably your most favorite Guardians movie.
Yes.
From what I'm gathering.
I mean, I love the first one a lot. And when we do the rewatch, of course, we'll have to, tier list it up and we'll see what goes where. But
yeah. Oh, dude, it's great. I think it's fantastic. I think it's on par with the first one. I think it's on the same level.
Second one sucks.
The second one, obviously, I love the second one just as much. But like you're also talking like for me, like if the second one was an 80, the first and third one was like probably like a 95%.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
But we do you want to come with our own rating system? How many bowls?
Out
Out of 5.
How many bowls out of 5? I'd give it.
On the whole, I'm feeling 4.5 bowls.
Agreed.
Out of 5.
Agreed. I would say 4.5 bowls out of 5. It's a pretty good rating system, and I look forward to the tier list.
Indeed.
And with that
concludes our review. Have you ever heard of my friend Anything Bowl?
Yeah.
We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
YouTube.
YouTube.
We have a YouTube.
We're on YouTube. We have main clips. We have the shorts. We have the clips. Make sure to go check out all that sort of shit. You know, we got all the main episodes. We're gonna have the movie episodes. We're gonna have the snack times. Everything. We also have a gaming channel.
We do.
Tab Gaming.
We do.
We're doing on Zombies Bonanza. We've been falling behind this week because of new movies and trying to do a reunion episode, which Miguel will tell you more about in just a second.
That's right.
And make sure to subscribe to Tab Streams on Twitch. We stream live on YouTube and Twitch.
Yes, we do.
So whatever's easiest for you. That's Tab Streams, TAB Streams on Twitch, but you can just watch the main YouTube channel as well. Also, make sure to check out, we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It's always a good time over there. Highest numbers grossing this month.
Yes, sir. April was a great month for us.
Highest ever since we've started the podcast. So it's been great. So I'm glad to see that people are tuning in. I'm sure as Miguel is as well. And make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Let me tell you.
Hit the link in the bio wherever the fuck you're watching. Yes.
Let me tell you what's coming up.
Know what they missed. Yeah,
so first of all, you can tell movie review. This is new. What the heck? This isn't what we usually do. Well, our upload schedule has changed. Mondays are movie reviews, especially right now with the summer movie season coming up. Guardians is just the first one. Wednesday coming up is our relationship hot takes. That is our snack time. Snack time comes out on Wednesdays with the main episode now moving to Friday. Friday will be episode 54, the Anything Bowl reunion. Brendan is back. We just recorded it. It's going to be a blast. Last week, in case you missed it, we did the Metallica tier list, which is awesome. It's still blown up on TikTok, which is hilarious. People love Wrath of Man. And episode 52, dude, we talked about our most anticipated movies coming up. And Rise of the Beasts is going to be the shit. So make sure to listen, make sure to look, make sure to look out, make sure to look back. Everything, as always, is linked below. And thank you for listening. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thanks for watching.
Your mama.